Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hey, it looks like Christmas is coming early for a lot of us, man. The WBC, it's crazy, man. They ordered and approved multiple fights today. Fights that some of us thought would never happen, but looks like it's going to happen. And it's crazy. So Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz, we already knew that that fight was going to happen. Those guys are in line, the winner to take on Tyson Fury. Errol, Spence, and Thurman. Those two are there, are going to have to fight. Looks like this December. Spence didn't want it. It looks like they're making it happen anyway, so Spence has a decision to make. Give up that belt or fight Thurman or move up and wait. We'll see what Spence decides to do. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Those two already signed a fight. The winner of that fight is the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. Did you know that? That means finally, the WBC is not playing. I don't know. Maybe they're saying, you know what? People are saying that fans aren't getting the fights they want. The WBC, they're like, if you're going to hold my belt, your ass is going to get out here and fight. And man, that's a fight right there that I think we all want to see is you know, Benavidez or Benavidez against Canelo. Because I think Benavidez will beat Plant. Now, the big shocker here is Shakur Stevenson against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. People, that's not a walk in the park fight for either one of those guys. I saw somebody had posted saying, rest in peace to Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Yo, stop right now. What do you mean rest in peace to Pitbull Cruz? Pitbull Cruz is a problem. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. And the winner of Pitbull Cruz and Shakur Stevenson become the mandatory for Devin Haney. Very good. Then Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin. That fight hasn't happened. I don't really know who Sandor Martin is. I gotta look him up. And then this right here is crazy. Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno, against Tony Harrison. You know, Tony Harrison, he fought Jamel twice. First fight, he got the decision, which a lot of us thought he didn't win. Second fight, he was boxing pretty good. He lost focus. Got his ass tore out the frame. That is an interesting fight because Harrison is like 6'1". Fundora is like 6'5". But it won't be, the mismatch in height and reach won't be as ridiculous as what we've seen with Fundora, with like Erickson Lubin and other fighters. And I think Tony Harrison beats him. I think Tony Harrison beats him. I got to do videos on all of these matches. I think Tony Harrison will beat Fundora. And Tony Harrison's right back in the mix. Then you got Stephen Fulton. A lot of people are still, you know, the verdict's kind of out on him. But Fulton can fight against Brandon Figueroa the second. So let me tell you, that's another good fight. Stephen Fulton is a great fighter. But we'll see how that sorts itself out, man, because Brandon Figueroa, he can fight too. He's a good fighter, man. These aren't easy fights, but these matches, I don't know much about the Lopez, Teofimo, and Sandor Martin. I don't know much about Martin. But all these other fights, very good fights. Job well done to the WBC. Like, this is crazy. Man, I'm telling you, man, Christmas coming early. So let's see what else they have here. Approved Ray Vargas against O'Shaquie Foster for the vacant WBC Super Featherweight World title. Vargas is WBC Featherweight World Champion. So the WBC have also ordered Stephen Fulton for Brandon Figueroa. Now check this out. Devin Haney and Lomachenko, the negotiations are now underway. And it's all been confirmed by Top Rank. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't care what anybody says. I don't even bet, but I'll tell you what. I think Devin Haney tears Vasily Lomachenko out the frame. I think he just outboxes him, outworks him, and I just think Lomachenko's not going to have anything for him. Devin's just too quick with those counters, and he's just growing into his body, into his prime, his power, speed. You're just not going to walk through Devin Haney, and Lomachenko looked lost in his last fight. So Lomachenko's going to have to figure it out because I just don't see him beating Devin Haney. I just don't see that. I don't. There's a lot of people who have things to say about it. Let's see what some of the comments people are saying. Haney wins. Okay, there we go. People are saying he waited till Loma got old. That's all bullcrap. Crazy how Loma's 34 considered old, but Floyd, yeah, Loma's not old, man. But he just had a bad performance his last fight. But if that was just him knocking the rust off, Lomachenko has a very good chance of making things rough for Devin Haney. But Devin Haney, it's hard for me to count that man out. Like this guy says, Haney won't get any credit. Just make Haney versus Stevenson and let Loma fight Kambosos. Well, I can see that too. Will Loma get credit for beating up Kambosos? I was not a believer in Haney. Now he's fought 2 strategically responsible fights against George Kambosos. I believe he can remain disciplined. That is the key, because Devin Haney is disciplined. He's responsible. He follows the game plan. He can do all the extra stuff, uppercut, slipping, countering, and just being reckless in there, showboating. That's not going to get that showboating would not have got him those wins against Kambosos. It's being disciplined and making the fight simple. And that's not what fans like to see. We like to see people get knocked down and, going toe-to-toe. Manny Pacquiao. But that's not what wins fights all the times. People say, although I love Haney, ain't no hype job. He is one of the elite boxers. Yeah, Haney is the truth, man. And Loma is the truth too, but Haney is the truth. Haney about to shock people. If Haney is still shocking people by beating Lomachenko, people just don't want to give him the credit he deserves. Everything is accurate except the respect. The haters will still hate on him. And that's true. Haters are going to continue to hate on him, but Devin Haney is the real deal, man. And I don't see why people are giving him so much, like they say out there in the UK, why they giving him so much stick. Wilder this is about the Wilder Ruiz. Wilder should never be in contention for mandatory already. And that's boxing politics, man. Outside of Fury, who on the WBC rankings beats him? Yeah, true. What about Haney Loma? We talked about that. We talked about that one. Wilder Ruiz. So let me see what. Not many people are saying anything much about this, but this right here is the truth, man. Stevenson Cruz is going to be trash. It's going to be like Haney Kambosos. I don't know, man. Bivol Zerto. Boxer versus brawler. Fights are hardly ever good fights because they're always one-sided beatdowns. Well, what do you think? Maidana versus Floyd, Kambosos, and Pitbull ain't similar at all. Nope. All great fights, to be honest, for the most part. Not too sure about the Teo matchup. That's what I said. I don't know much about that. So it is what it is. There you go. Take a snapshot of that. These are the fights that have been approved, and I can't wait to see them, man. Out of all these fights, you see that Shakur Stevenson, Isaac Cruz, that's a fight I want to see. I want to see them all, but that's the one. Because Isaac Pitbull Cruz isn't Kambosos. Isaac Pitbull Cruz isn't Zerto. Isaac Pitbull Cruz is going to come in there to fight and bang hard the whole 12 rounds. Shakur Stevenson, don't get me wrong, it could end up being where Stevenson just boxes, stays away, wins on points, but he's going to have to avoid that damn Pitbull Cruz the whole 12 rounds, because Pitbull Cruz is coming to knock him out. Going to be interesting. Shakur Stevenson, he's kind of like Devin Haney power-wise. He can make you respect him, but he doesn't like you stopping anybody in the tracks in one shot. Pitbull Cruz catches you, he can hurt you. It's just a matter, boxer versus the puncher. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Skills versus power. And that's what this boils down to. Very good fight. I'll be glad when they announce the fight dates, because that's what I'm most interested in. When are all these fights going to take place? Spence and Thurman, I know it's supposed to be in December sometime. And then January is supposed to be Benavidez and Plant. I don't know about the other ones, but I'm sure we'll start getting dates soon enough. And another interesting fight is that Fundora Harrison. That's going to be a good one. With that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, people from all 7 continents. And I respect everybody supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. If you want to donate, please do. Hit the super thanks, Cash App and PayPal. And as always, I'm in the breeze.